May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Charlie Kirk take on pro-mass immigration leftist. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi, Mr. Kirk. How are you? So earlier in your speech, you said that 1 in 5 Americans, no, 1 in 5 people in this country will be illegal.
Yes. In 3 years.
In 3 years. You proposed that securing our borders will help this situation, but I also think that our green card / citizenship process is a problem. So how do you suggest that we make it easier for people who want to get in this country legally to do that?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you. I agree with part of that. I don't think, so there's this idea that we have to make it easier to get into the country. I probably agree with that. So I think that we should have a moratorium on immigration right now. I think we got to slow down. We have way too many people coming into America. We got to throttle back and digest the meal. We got to allow assimilation to happen. We have way too many people coming into America. Now, that's not saying legal immigration shouldn't go up again. I think it could be a phenomenal asset to America, and it has been a phenomenal asset. But many times in American history, specifically the 1950s and early 1960s, we ratcheted back to almost zero immigration into America. The reason is post-World War II. Of course, you know, there was a lot of damage in other places, but there was plenty of people that wanted to come to America in the 1950s, a ton. Think about it. Europe is destroyed. But they said, we have a moral obligation to World War II veterans to make sure they have good wages, good jobs, and we're going to deliver for them. That was a moral argument, right? And so legal immigration should always be viewed through the prism, does it benefit the country and the citizens that are already here? Currently, our legal immigration system is so messed up that we prioritize the people that don't share Western values, and we don't bring the people that could potentially share Western values. I'll give you an example. The best example of how our legal immigration system is messed up is Minneapolis. Have you been to Minneapolis in the last 5 years? It is unrecognizable. Now, people call me a racist for saying this. I'm not. I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. When you have a call to prayer approved by a Minneapolis City Council, I'm going to tell you that does not mesh with American values. I'm sorry. It doesn't. And when you come into this country and you have someone like Ilhan Omar that talks endlessly about how awful America is, despite being a beneficiary of the generosity and benevolence of America, I say there's something fundamentally wrong with that, right? Now, I contrast that with some amazing immigrants that come here legally that learn the pledge and they mesh beautifully into American society. So where's the balance? Right now, we have to slow down, throttle it back. We're doing things way too quickly. Our green card system has 1 million people coming in every single year. So I think that we need to have an English test to come into America. I think that there should be, that certain countries should be prioritized over other countries. I think certain countries share Western values, and we should be unafraid to say that. It's a thought crime. I don't care. All people are created equal. All cultures are not created equal. They're not. I'm sorry. The Chinese Communist Party is not an equal culture to America. I think there should be a moratorium of Chinese Communist Party people coming into America. Chinese Communist Party values are not synonymous with Western values. They're not. Instead, I want people that fit into the American experiment, fit into the story. And that's not a racial thing, by the way, at all, whatsoever. I believe that Cubans can make have and will make and do make the greatest Americans in America. It's not a racial thing. Instead, you look at it and say, wow, is this actually making America more free and fulfilling our obligation to our fellow countrymen? What I just said, I get attacked wildly for. I don't care. It's true, and someone needs to say it. And opening your borders, say anyone can come for any reason whatsoever, regardless if they speak the language, regardless if they agree with Western values, regardless of their belief in the Constitution, it's wrong. And it's destroying the country from within. It is. And you see it in Minneapolis. You have Ilhan Omar elected to public office. She is the mascot for an immigration moratorium. You see her, you're like, there's something wrong with that. She has nothing but negative, vile, mean things to say about America when she was rescued in a Kenyan refugee camp and brought in by our own benevolence. Guess what? Our generosity has been taken advantage over the last 20 years. It's time we put our citizens first. Thank you.
I love that, and I've always been saying it, put American citizen before every other citizen because, it's their country, okay? I know people will say, okay, they got it in this and this and this way, but right now, it's their country. So they have to take all the benefits, enjoy every benefit before every other citizen, every other citizen is secondary. If you're coming to America, you're coming to America because American is, way better than your country, and we all will agree to this. And so if you are there, you need to respect their values, you need to respect everything they bring forward to you. And that is just the plain truth. So if you are there, you are fighting against them, you are not supporting the value, the structure they've built in place, that have made them strive all these years, then you're an enemy of American. That is just the gospel truth. Okay, so if I run my house in a certain way and you come into my house as a guest, you don't tell me how to run my house. Instead, you love the way I run my house. That is why you accepted to be there. So if you don't accept my values or accept my rules, then you're not supposed to be in my house. And I think Americans have been so cool, tolerating different people because they believe in free speech, they believe in this, and people are taking it for granted. They are taking advantage of the loopholes of the fact that you can say anything and get away with it, to say rubbish about American, and I feel it's not fair. Okay, so if you're coming to American and you have everything it takes for you to be a citizen, you can speak their language, you respect their culture, you like, I think they will welcome you in with open hands. But when you're fighting against them, you don't accept their culture, your country is always in war with America, they will find it difficult to accept you into their country. And it's just a common truth, because even that country that are fighting with American will not accept American citizens in their country. So, like what Charlie said, you need to understand English at least so you'll be able to communicate before going to American. Because you can't go into American and the only thing you understand is French or Spanish. How will you communicate with people? I know, yeah, there are several people in America that understand French, that understand Spanish, but their primary language is English. So you need to understand English, even if your accent might be different. But at least you need to get the idea of what people are saying to you, so that you can communicate with them, especially when you're lost. I think I was traveling to Nigeria. I think that was 2016 or so. I got stuck in Togo, okay, and I wanted to use the restroom, but I was finding it difficult to communicate with the person, with people around there. I was trying to let them know that I want to use the washroom, but I was speaking it in English because I don't know how to say it in French, and they were just looking at me like, what is this guy saying? But immediately I saw someone that could understand me. It was way easy. The person just pointed me to the right direction, and I think that is what Charlie is trying to say. If you're in a country, you need to understand their language, so that at least communication will be easy for you. Like, it's to your own benefit and also to the benefit of Americans that you can speak their language. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. This is a beautiful one from Charlie. I see how emotional he is about this. He's trying to let you know that yes, we are losing it. Okay, we are not the American that we used to be. We need to go back to our roots. We need to make things a bit, better. We need to be the American that people always want to come and visit. No matter how it is, it might sound racist, but still, it's the best thing. Like I said, I've been using my house as an instance. You don't come to my house and tell me how to run my house. You come to my house and respect my rules, because when I go to your house, I do the same. So you don't come to my house and tell me this is how your house is supposed to be run. I will walk you out of my door, because that is not my standard. That is not how things are being operated in my home. So that is what Charlie have been trying to preach, okay? The fact that you're privileged to be an American, don't give them a reason to deprive other people from your country that privilege because of how you treat or how you behave after getting the green card. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If it's the first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this.